So we have a very, very special guest tonight here, our second mentor, the residency. And I want to give him a big applause to Diynamic co-founder and DJ of the Year on Mixmag in 2012. Please, big applause to Solomun. That's it. Buenos días.
When my mother was pregnant with me, my father wanted in the back days that I would have to be born in Bosnia because the first son. So back to Bosnia, I was born there, and then after 2 weeks I come back to Hamburg. So I grew up in Hamburg. So
Okay.
and it was a hard winter in Bosnia.
German passport or?
No, Croatian passport.
Ah.
Still, always problems at the airport. This is a very funny question because I was very young. I was 10, 11 years old, and at this time, an older cousin from me, he was at this time 20, 22, and he come to visit us, my parents, and he bring me a tape record of a club, live recorded, give it to me. And this was the first time I listened as a young child about music you heard before, not in the radio. So it was music I never heard before. I was kind of, wow, there's music outside. You can't listen in the normal radio. And from this time I was very always open-minded and interesting for music. And later I was 14. Every money I have, I collect to buy vinyls. So with 14, 15 years old, yeah. The thing is, I grew up with funk and soul and hip hop stuff and new disco stuff. But I was always open-minded. I was always I want to listen some other music. So there was a period also, I listened the whole summer only punk music. So it was, it's always good in my opinion if you're always open-minded for every kind of music, for sure. And I'm a Balkan kid. So I also grew up with folk music and everything. There's everybody always in these tracks, someone is dying or lost someone or break your heart and Gillette and everybody's crying. So I grew up with every kind of music. So nowadays inspires me all the background for sure, and also all my artists around. So and my life inspires me also as well. I met a friend, and he was known in Hamburg for his parties, and he came to me. Let's do some things together once a month, only for our friends. Mm-hmm. And close that, I also had a good selection of vinyls. So we have this party once a month, and everything come close to the parties. So I getting more and more into the DJ thing. I get more and more into the music thing. So then I met also a friend of mine. He had a hip-hop label, and I asked him if he's up to do something different. So it was a time of 1 year. I met him 2 times in a week, and I always only sit beside him, how he make the tracks. So I learned a lot from him. And then later I also met Hosh. That was the beginning of the Diynamic friendship. And close to Hosh also, I learned also a lot how to make music and how to produce. And then we also had our first tracks we made together. And at this time, I was always one of these guys who want to do my own thing. So I don't want to send my tracks to so many labels and to hope that something happens. Yeah. So but you always need a little bit luck also, because at this time we also had our own night in Hamburg, and Kai Frieger is one of the owners of Word & Sound in Hamburg, a distributor, well-known distributor. And when I was playing there, he came to me, what's this track? I said, this is a new track for me and Hosh. So then he came to us with the idea why we don't do our own label. Noir was asking me for this track to make a remix. And at this time I was very busy and didn't have the time, but I listened to this track and the vocals really fit to me. So okay, the vocals are very good. So I forgot this track for half a year almost. And then I checked my folder on my desktop, and then fuck, the Around track. There was a remix, I forgot. And then I listened again to this track, and then I never have this before. I never ever have this before to listen to these vocals, and I have kind of the matrix in my head. So I finished this track in my head in 1 hour. I know I have to strip it down. I know I want to make a kind of hip-hop arrangement of the track, and I know I have to strip it really slow down, and I have the bass line in my head and everything. And in the end, I need only 3 hours for this track. It was kind of, it wasn't me, so it was what happened. And Stemming, Horsch, and everybody came to the studio and kind of, okay, it's hit. And so they go outside. And later, I think last year, I talked with Dan Ferreira about this track, and he said, okay, you got it. And he said the best tracks are when the biggest hits are when you need 2 or 3 hours. At the moment, it's for me very tough. This is the only thing I have to learn the last years. To maybe it helps me also to because of the short time I have to be more focused and to bring it on the point because of the schedule I have. But this is a really, to be honest, the sad thing for me. I wish I can spend more time in the studio to try something out, to only play or to
have fun.
Yeah, no any pressure, but I have to take my time because I want to make my album next year. So I need a studio. I was trying now. I have everything, almost everything, on my laptop to maybe to work. I can't do that. I need my studio. I have to set my studio. Then I have the spirit of the studio. I can't. I'm not the kind of guy who are trying to do ideas in the laptop, in the plane, or in the hotel. I can't do that. First of all, you make tracks you like, and then in the end, you try to send to labels where do you think it fits. But when we started the label, we called our label Diynamic Music, not Records, Music, because we want to be open-minded. So for sure. For example, I have always trusted my artist, like Stemming. He made a second album, which was a non-dance floor album. It was only sounds, beats and samples, and we're not afraid to do that. So that's, sometimes new artists have a bigger chance if they try to do something different and send it to the labels. To be honest, nowadays it's not so easy because you have a lot of labels, but otherwise you have nowadays the chance to make your own label also and to try to push it. If the thing is, you don't have to forget, behind one label there are maybe 1 or 2 persons who have this taste. So it's 1 or 2 persons of, I don't know, 100 persons. So there's always somebody outside who would like your music, for sure. And there's always a crowd outside who would like your tracks. If you sample something, because in the hip hop time they are sampled all the time, so that's not the thing. And if you try to sample something from Motown, for example, now you have done, or that people really don't care about. But it's always better to try to go the legal way. It's always better to clear everything. I also know some examples when people release stuff and then later came the label or the owners of the samples. They always find then a way to, but there are also examples where people like have paid a lot of money. In the end, 80% it's always the same. You have your style, you have your own selection of tracks you like to play actually, and for sure you have, as a good DJ in my opinion, you have to have a good backstock for every moment. So And for sure, when I play outside, then I try to play also 1 or 2 more open air feeling tracks, so it's important. I also love to play more peak time tracks or techno tracks sometimes, but sometimes also for me not so easy when I play somewhere and you have in the first row some people, what, so so it's not so easy because you're a human, you're a person, and you always try to do your best, and then when you have some feedbacks, you try to ignore it and look only to the left side where the people are like this. But yeah, this is part of the job, so it's important. In the end, these 5 persons who will say that it was the best night of my life, it's more important than these other people who will listen to the same sound every weekend. So.
We have been talking about, again, the importance of producing music, and therefore we send you some of the tracks from our DJs. I think it's interesting to hear your feedback. I think it's going to be great for them. Let's go, hands on.
I feel your eyes on me. You keep control of me. I feel your eyes on me.
The only thing is, the track is complete, very good. It's very complete in my opinion. The only thing is maybe one idea is, you have here a part with the vocals. You have here a part when the vocals sing, where always it's all together. So maybe in the last part, in the middle part, to drop some sounds away, that the vocals are more coming, yeah, only maybe the bass line and the vocals. So it's really more deep then. I can tell in the beginning, this is for me the freshest track. This is also very good to show when you have good tracks. It doesn't matter how fast it is; it works in every kind of. So this is for me the freshest track with the best ideas, and with your own style, the unique style. I love the switches. I love the ideas, the small details. I love the ragamuffin style bass line. So congratulations. So.
Thank you.
Meeting Solomun today was amazing because I really appreciate his music. I really respect him as an artist.
Today was fantastic, a great experience.
To hear from him all the stories and how he started the label and the whole music thing.
Oh, I'm really happy and honored, and I will go and fix some details right now.